Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jai Jai Gurudev, 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 Jai Gaura Harivan, 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 Jai Gaura Harivan, 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 Jai Gaura Harivan. जय जय श्री गांधर के गिरिधर चैतन्य महाप्रभु की जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा माय की सर्वज्ञाश लक्ष्मी नरसिंह भगवान की भक्त शिरोमणि भक्त प्रहलाद महाराज की पावन श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय गौर प्रेमानंद हरे कृष्ण Prabhu, what about the audio? How it was? Not clear?
Prabhu, did you try Kartal today? Is it yourself?
Yes, yes.
That's why it was distorted, Prabhuji.
Okay.
If Mataji plays it, I think it is better, Prabhuji. So that is because it's more closer to you. So that way your voice would be on and off little.
Okay, okay.
But it was fine, Prabhuji, in the sense, not too bad, but yeah, there was little distortion.
Fine, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Once again, welcome to all the wonderful devotees for today's session. Today's session is Karma. And I think the most fortunate batch is this English batch. The day was started with Ganesha Chaturthi and it's ending in Radhashtami. Yes. Okay. So now let us start. And today it is the topic Karma. Essence of the Bhagavad Gita, Karma, the most important topic, you can say, because this is what we do every day. Karma means activities. So all our activities count. Let it be good, bad, even just not doing anything. We are sitting here, still there is some reactions we are getting out of it just by sitting. And whatever you do, there's a result for that. You'll see that today. So to understand this, definitely we need superior powers, the consciousness. So let us pray to the spiritual master, Krishna, for their mercy, so that we'll be qualified to understand this divine knowledge. Okay. Yes. Now, along with me, I request everyone to chant these prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Mena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Jayapatada Swaminiti Namine Namacharya Padaya Nitikrupapadaya Gauragata Damadaya Nagaragaramattarane Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Grimat Kripa Tamaham Mande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramanandam Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Vishwaram. Hare Krishna. So as usual, we'll start by showing our gratitude and thanks to His Divine Grace, Abhay Charanaravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. And today's topic is karma. And this karma can understand in three ways. It is divided into three. That is karma, vikarma, and akarma. So, what kind of results do we get by uh, doing karma? And what is vikarma? And one more thing you should understand, any activities, any results that we get, it's good for us. It is good for us. So Lord arranges all our bad karmas, good karmas, everything in such a way that some or the other we get benefited out of it. But sometimes in ignorance we may not be able to understand, but it is the truth. Krishna is always merciful to us. Anything happens to us, it is only for good. So you could say small story. I'll start with a small story to understand this. So once there was a person who was very devoted to Lord Krishna, and he was a menial servant in a temple. He was just serving. Every day he used to clean the temple, he used to sweep from morning to night, he used to do the service. In the afternoons, he used to take rest. And once again, he will be doing this service. But he got compassionate on the Lord. He got compassionate on the Lord, seeing that the whole day is standing. This person thought, Hare Baba, Lord is standing from morning to night. See, even little while I'll do the service and I'll take rest. But how could Lord stand from morning to night? His legs might pain. So he came and requested the Lord, my dear Lord, see, I see you every day. From morning to night, you keep on standing and your legs are paining, I think. Please, can I do your service? You take rest for a while. I'll stand in your position. The Lord is so happy to hear this. See, we ever thought of this? We always go to the Lord, give this, give that. I need only this thing we need. But never we think about the Lord. But a pure devotee is thinking about the Lord. And Lord also was very happy. But he said, it's very difficult job. Lord, just standing. It's not a difficult thing. See, not only just standing, you should be very much silent also. You shouldn't speak. Anything happens in your front, you shouldn't speak. You should be very much silent. That is it. It's more easier, no? I can do that. You please take rest. He'll request. Okay, fine. I'll take rest for today. You can come and stand in my position. I'll come in the evening. Then we can exchange our service. Okay, fine. So on that day, this person was standing in the Lord's position. So from the morning, there is Aarti, somebody is coming, he is offering flowers, all those things are happening, and he is happily standing. So then one person, a rich person comes, a little bit old person, he comes. He opens his suitcase. In the suitcase, there's bundles of cash. He takes some amount in that, one note or something. He drops into the hundi and he closes the suitcase and he's praying. This is how I'm doing some business. I need some more business or some profit I need. And this is some prayers he's doing. In that prayers, what happens? He forgets this suitcase and just he moves on. Then another old person, not old, middle-aged person, he is also very povertistic and he comes. He's having only 1 rupee in his pocket. He takes that 1 rupee, he drops into the hundi and he prays to the Lord, my Lord. I have my daughter, my son, and I have a family. It's very difficult for me to lead my life. Please, I'm fully dependent on you. Please take care of me. Some or the other, he helps me. He just closes his eyes, he prays, and then he opens. There's a suitcase in front of him. He opens the suitcase, there's full cash in it. Oh, he's so happy. Lord is so merciful. As soon as I ask, he's giving me, he takes that and he goes away. And this person who's standing as Lord is seeing all this. And later another person comes. So he is a businessman. He comes, he prays to the Lord that today I'm going to some certain place in a big boat. In the ocean, I have to cross this ocean. So he's also a devotee. He prays to the Lord. Please see that my journey is safe. In this way, he prays. Meanwhile, what has happened now? This rich person, he went without a suitcase. Then he realized, oh, I have missed my suitcase. He went to the police and he has complained that I have missed my suitcase in the temple. Meanwhile, with that rich person, this police has come. They're searching everywhere in the temple. Nobody is there. The temple is empty. Only this person, the third person who came there, he prayed to the Lord, I need a safe journey. Only this person is standing there, seeing everywhere. Nobody is there. This is the only person. They come and they catch hold of him. So you are the thief. You have been stolen. What stolen? What? He says suitcase has been missed and there's full cash in it. He says, no, I am not the person who has stolen it. So police also is not doing, and this rich person also. So they are holding him. They're putting that, what can say, binding his hands. They wanted to drag. And this person who is standing as God, he is not able to bear this. Arre, what is somebody is stolen this and somebody is going to the jail? He'll stop. He'll start speaking. Stop, stop. This was not the person. There was previous to him, there is another person who came here and he has taken that suitcase. So the police will release him and they'll run to catch that person. That's it. They went away. Something happened later, but Krishna will take care. Okay. In the evening, Lord comes and this person, he says, such a difficult job is this. So many things are happening in front of my eyes, and how could I be silent? And daily you see this and you be silent. So what happened? Then he says to Krishna, see, this is what I happened, but you always stand in this place, you don't correct it. Anything happens, you'll be silent. But see, I corrected it. Then the Lord says, you fool, you made a great blunder here. Arre, what did I do? I did everything good. No. Then the Lord will explain, see, this person who came, a rich person, he is such a kind of a stingy person. Till today, nothing he has done anything good to anyone. And in 2 days, he's going to die. So I thought at least his cash can be purified, something what he has earned, if he at least it's been helped to someone, he gets purified by that. So this will get a good result in his life. So I had arranged in such a way that he will forget and he will go away. The other person is a great devotee and is always in problems. I want to help him also, so that he will take the suitcase in him. And the third person, and today is having a business in some other country, he is sailing in the ocean, and there is a great wind, and there will be a this thing, what I can say, tsunami or Chandamarata, something. So the boat is going to sink. I want to protect him. So I need an arrangement so that the police will come and arrest him and he will not sail today. So anyhow, finally they'll realize and release him. But today he'll be saved from his death. This is the arrangements I have done. I hope you understood. So anything happens easy. Without our mistake, somebody is coming, holding and taking us to police station. We think, oh, Lord is not there. Everything, so much bad is happening. But it is good for us. Lord helps us in all the activities. Let it be bad, let it be good. However, we think it is bad, but devotees think everything in a good way only. Anything happens in our life, it is good. Krishna wants, it can be a lesson to us, it can be a test to us, or it can be a karma where Krishna wants to progress in our life. Many things like this. But whatever comes to our life is good. Clear? Yes, this is karma. Once a person comes to devotional service, he takes the higher knowledge, he will be able to understand this karma. Otherwise, impossible. Clear? Now, to understand better, so every karma, every activity has a result. So I'll show a small video to you to understand this. Okay, 1 second. That's it, done. Simple video, but I hope you got the message. Whatever you do, definitely you're going to return it back. Simple activities sometimes we commit, and the result might be something like this. You saw this result, it can be huge. So it is better to always be in a safer side. That is, do good. Anything you do good, definitely the results will be good. Unnecessary, just throw the bottle. Was it necessary? No, but he did it. You saw how it came. It went somewhere all. Once again, the same result came to him finally. What was the result? Clear? Yes. Now let us go to the topic. I hope the whole session's message has been received to you in this one story and this video. But now we'll go in depth to see this from the scriptures. Okay. Karma. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Karmana jayate jantu karmanaiva praliyate sukham dukkham bhayam kshemam karmanaiva vipadyate. Lord Krishna said, it is by the force of karma that a living entity takes birth, and it is by karma alone that he meets his destruction. Is happiness, distress, fear, and sense of security all arise as the effects of karma. So anything is happening in our life, it is nothing but our previous life's karma. Millions of births, we have committed so much of activities. So the results are just coming in our life, in our present life and in our future life also. So this karma is like prarabdha, aprarabdha, bijam, and kutam. There are 4 ways. So once you commit an activity, it becomes as bijam, as a seed. The results is in a seed, and it fructifies. That is kutam. Then it is aprarabdha. It's already come to your life. Still you're not realizing it. Then it becomes prarabdha. It completely starts executing in your life. In this way, there are 4 stages for this karma. For example, today you're stealing something. You know very well it's bad. You're committing some mistake. That is stealing. So you're seeding. You're sowing a seed of sin. Definitely there is a result for that. And it fructifies. And you know that one or the other day the police is going to catch me. And that is aprarabdha. You know that it is going to come. It's on the way now. It takes time. It's aprarabdha. Why all this Lord is doing is giving an opportunity to change. Then it's still you don't realize, it becomes prarabdha, it comes to your life. You can see many thieves. They say that, oh, I was doing such a big, this thing, sinful activity. I was escaping. Small thing I did, I got caught. And now I'm suffering for all those things which I have committed. Have you ever heard about it? Yes. Krishna, sometimes you think that we think that, oh, we have escaped from something. No. Krishna actually wants to save you. He makes you to escape, to realize, to think about it. Yes, I'm going to suffer in future. So let me not do. Still we don't realize. And the karma results comes near to you. You can see some family atmosphere or something bad is going to happen, or the health issues also, something is going to happen. You might feel that. Realize. Krishna is saying, we don't realize, once again we commit the same mistake and we suffer for it. Even while suffering, we blame the Lord, but we don't realize that it is my own karma which is coming back to me. Clear? Let it be our happiness, distress, or fear, anything. But finally, the destruction. Everything is happening through our karma. I am spoiling my life through my own hands. Nobody is there to spoil me. Clear? Sometimes we say that my father spoiled my life, my mother spoiled my life. They did not allow me to read. They did not do that. Nothing. It's only we. It's only me, not also we. It's only me who's responsible for my karmas. Clear? Yes. So here, in a purport of Srimad Bhagavatam, in the Brahma Samhita, it is said that beginning from the Indra Gopa germ up to the great Indra, king of heaven, all living beings are subjected to the law of karma and are bound to suffer and enjoy the fruitive results of their own karma. Only the devotee is exempt from such reactions. This Indra Gopa germ is a small germ, you can say like this bacteria, it's invisible. From that, to the king of the Devatas, Indra. Everyone is suffering from this karma. Everyone. Now, if somebody will be thinking, even Indra, yes. So, Indra also many lifetimes he has. Even we can become Indra. He is a Jiva Tattva. He is a living entity. When he becomes purified himself, there is a process. A person who does 100 Ashwamedha Yajna, he gets the results of Ashwamedha Yajna of 100 Ashwamedha Yajna, he can become the king of Devatas. And Varnashrama Dharma, who follows in his 100 births, he can become Brahma. This is all there in scriptures. So Indra is also of such kind. So once Lord was smiling and is laughing for nothing. And Lakshmi Devi is saying, why is this Lord laughing? Then she's massaging the Lord's leg and she's asked, my dear Lord, what happened? Why are you laughing? Then the Lord shows in the earthly planet 2 ants he shows. One ant is a male ant going behind the female ant. So Lakshmi Devi says, what's special in this? Why you're feeling to laugh on this? Then the Lord says, you know who is that ant? In his previous life, he was Indra. He was enjoyed so much of his sense gratification. And today, still as an ant, once again he's going behind that another female ant. This is what happens. Even if you are a Devata, so all our punya is been vanished. Punya kshine, everything is done. And once again, you take the birth as a living entity in this earthly planet. You're not going to escape. Your karmas can never be escaped. You will never escape also. So everything will come back to you. But only one person escapes from that is a devotee. See, only the devotee is exempt from such reactions by the causeless mercy of the Supreme Authority, the personality of Godhead. Now everyone will be thinking, why devotee, how devotee, what? So that is today's session. In the end, you'll come to know how even our karmas has to be released. Clear? Whatever we are doing, we shouldn't also get any results for it. Yes, then you have to wait till the end, you'll come to know. Krishna is saying that. And see, let us see first these 3 types of karma. What is it? Karma, vikarma, and akarma. What is karma? Actions which are performed in terms of one's prescribed duties as mentioned in the revealed scriptures. So everyone have their own varna. Nowadays, I don't know what varna will belong, but there is a varna based on Chaturvarnya Maya Sushnam Guna Karma Vibhagashaha. Based on our activities and our qualities, our varna is there. That is called our prescribed duties. So how do we perform our prescribed duties? How do we observe? How do you follow? Being Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, or any kind of qualities we have, how we are doing it. So this session is very short, so I may not be explaining everything. But this 18-day session will cover everything almost, like how a Brahmana acting as a Shudra, what is the result he will get? And being a Shudra, if he's acting as a Brahmana, what is the results he's going to get? Actually, intellectual persons are Brahmanas. Very simple. Not that Brahmana son becomes Brahmana, Shudra son becomes Shudra. No, not like that. It is based on the qualities and the activities of that person. If he is taken birth in any family, but is very intelligent, that means he belongs to Brahmana family. If that Brahmana does the work of a Shudra, what happens? Shudra is a person very low class, working for money. That's it. Working only for money. He becomes a Shudra. Now, for example, intellectual persons like doctors, lawyers, they're all Brahmanas. Intellectually or good, they are all Brahmanas. If they take the work of a Shudra, what is happening in today's world? Actually, lawyers or doctors or intellectual persons, they are working for money. And today, hospital becomes a business point because they have become Shudras. And lawyers, they even sell the justice. Why? They have become Shudras. This is what happens to us when a Brahmana takes the work of a Shudra. Becomes intolerable also. Clear? Yes. In the same way, even a Shudra, unqualified person, takes the higher position. What happens? You can see today's like politicians being Shudras, taking the position of a Kshatriya. What is happening? Clear? So Varna is very important. And I don't know now how to recognize who belong to what Varna, what is the job. But anyhow, you can see that which is very much favorable to us, that actions has to be done. So that that becomes perfect enough. Okay. And which is given from the revealed scriptures. Based on that, if you do the activities, then it is called as karma. That karma's result will be pious. Pious activities, you'll get the good results for it. Punya, we say, no? We get punya by doing karma. And what is vikarma? Actions which are performed by the misuse of one's freedom, which direct one to the lower life forms. Everyone has certain independence. So misusing our independence, the freedom or the free will. I told that. See, my free will is having a desire to pick this phone and keep this here. Clear? See, you saw that video. He is having a free will. After drinking that milk, he can just drop that bottle into dustbin. Is having a free will that he can even throw that. Clear? That result. What you do, you get the result. Vikarma is against something, a sinful act, or against the scriptures you are doing. So you get the bad results for this. And for this you suffer. See, for doing karma, you experience happiness in your next life. By doing vikarma, you suffer miseries for your activities. Clear? Now, both are same. When you come to the spiritual platform, both are same. Both are binding you in this material world. What is our real problem? What is your problem? If I ask a question to you, what is your problem? What will you answer me? You said, I still not got married. That is my problem. I am reading, but I am not able to remember. That is my problem. I got married, but still I don't have a proper job. That is my problem. I have a rented house. I don't have my own house. Another person says, I have a house, but I don't have permanent income. That is my problem. Isn't it? Some will say, I have not got married or I have not married my daughter. Many things, or our health issues, financial, many things. But is this our problem? What is our eternal problem? Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi. Birth, death, old age, and disease, which no one can escape from this. Let it be a rich person, old, poor person, even all living entities, 84 lakh species, experience this four. These are the only misery to us, nothing else. Clear? Here, by doing karma also you are binding in that. By doing vikarma also you are binded in that. Even punya you do, next life is a very rich person. You take birth in an aristocratic family, what happens? Still, you have to die. You get old, you get disease. Clear? Still, your life will be miserable. You are binding in this material world. But akarma releases you from this material world. And what is akarma? Actions which free one from the cycle of birth and death. That is spiritual activities. That is devotional service. When we do our activities based on scriptures and based on devotional service, it becomes free from. See, the same activity releases us from the karma, the result, and same activity binds us. And for both, you need activities. Now, to understand this, a simple example I'll give. You know, knife. If I give a knife to your hand, what you might do? A person having that knife, he can just kill a person. Very easily can kill a person, isn't it? Yes. The same knife, if we give to a doctor, what he does a surgery and he saves a life. A dying person he saves with that knife. Another person, a living person, he kills and takes his life. Knife is the same, but the result changes. The same way, activities are the same, but the result changes based on our consciousness. And that consciousness is developed based on the intelligence. And intelligence you get from Bhagavad Gita. It's very clear. Clear? Okay. Law of nature. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Okay, karma. Let us go further. Action pertaining to the material body of the living entity is called karma. Karma means work and its results. Actions performed accordance with scriptures are technically called karma. Clear? So, and see, actions and reactions both are known as, sometimes we get confused by the words. Oh, karma, karma, karma. But many times it differs. Karma, it can be the result also. And please just don't hear this. You all should all have a book and pen to make a note. Otherwise, you all will forget. So, karma. And human life, only you get the results, not in any other life. For example, in this human life, you're committing some actions, you're doing some actions, you get a result. Then, by the results, you take in your next life as a dog, as a cat, something. In that life, you don't get any results. No animal other than human being, in 84 lakh species, no other than human being, anyone gets a results. As a dog, as a cat, dog killing a cat will not get any result. Cat killing a rat, it will not get any results. Clear? But a human being, whatever he does, he gets a result. That's why human being is having an opportunity to elevate himself also. Dogs cannot get elevated. Animals cannot get elevated, only human beings, because there is result for his activities. He can get degraded also, he can get elevated also. Clear? Yes. And karma. I hope we understood about our gunas, or the three gunas, that is sattva guna, rajo guna, and tamo guna. Our activities also, karma also is based on the three modes. When I do in sattva guna, the goodness mode, the result is different. Activities might be the same, but the result will be different. I'm doing in rajoguna and tamoguna, activity will be the same, but the result will be the difference. For example, we can take one example of a family lady who's cooking, and she is in these three gunas. One lady is in sattva, one is in rajoguna, one is in tamoguna. We give something to cook to all the three. It is same items, no change in it, but because of their three modes, the actions they do and the results change based on that. You give something like dosa batter to a Mataji to do the dosa. Some family, this thing example we can take. She does this dosa and she does very round. It comes in a golden color, in a beautiful dosa with sweet chutney, something. She goes and serves her husband. She is in Sattva Guna and he eats that and is very happy. Wonderful. He just appreciates her. Everything happens. The same lady is in Rajaguna. Very hurrious by her modes. She goes, puts that batters and does, and that dosa is not a round also. When she's taking it, cuts and pieces she takes and keeps in a plate and puts the chutney and comes and gives to you. Any husband will appreciate her. That also was dosa, this also was dosa. What she'll do, what he will do. There, what is it? It's like your face only. Get lost from here. He's chastising her. Correct. Okay. Now the third person who is in Tamoguna, what happens? The same batter, same tawa, she goes and she puts there. Because of her mode, she forgets. She'll be seeing mobile, she'll be doing something and she'll forget. And that dosa turns to black. Then she takes that dosa, a black dosa with chutney, she'll come and give to the husband. What happens? He gets so angry, you are getting such kind of a plate to be, he'll throw on her. Isn't it? From there, the big quarrel starts and even the family might break. Many things can happen. You're able to understand? The action was the same. Action was the same. Based on the modes, the result changed. So this is why it is said, intelligence is more important. Our activities should be in Sattva Guna. So we have to wake up in the morning, start our day with chanting. Start our day with chanting. The whole day will be good. You'll not find such kind of incidents in our life. Yes, with our mode we might get, but the results will not go to the extreme because Krishna is there to protect us. Clear? Yes. Now, you can see this quote. It is standing and it's karma. And many times have you heard that In scriptures and even then, verbally also words, they'll be saying that without Lord's permission, even a blade of grass will not move. Is it right or wrong? Absolutely right. Now, my question, whose decision is this that goat should be standing here? What do you all think? It's the Lord's decision or it's the goat's decision to stand here? Many will be thinking. You can put your answer in chat also. It's a goat decision or it's the God's decision. Meanwhile, I'll try to explain also. So actually, this decision is of both Lord's decision and the goat's decision. How is that? There's a rope in this. Rope has been tied to this goat. The length of this rope is God's decision. In that purview, wherever it can stand, that is the goat's decision. Clear? I hope you understood. In this way, so it's both the decisions. You cannot change, you or me or whoever cannot change our karma. It's based. There is a buffer where Krishna gives. I cannot become something like Bill Gates, but I can become rich based on my purview. I can work, I can go to a job, 2-3 jobs, I can do something based on more, something I'll do and I can earn and become rich or poor, whatever it is. But still, based on the karma, it happens. But I cannot go beyond that. But the Lord's how much, based on our karma, only the results also come. Clear? It is based on our 3 modes. Again. Now, karma. Karma is not eternal, but the living entity, Supreme Lord, material, nature, and time are eternal. Today is the last topic, and 5 already we are covering. This is the 5th one. What is the first one? Ishvara, Jiva, Prakriti, Kala. All these 4 cannot be changed. Only one can be changed, that is karma. We can change our karma. Previous life's karma can be changed. No other thing can be. Time, nowhere you can change. Prakriti, nowhere you can change. And Jiva and Ishvara, both are eternal. But karma can be changed. Clear? Action and reaction is linked to reincarnation. Our reincarnation is based on this. In the 8th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Antakale chamameva smaran muktva kalevaram. Renunciation of work is recovering term in Bhagavad Gita. Renunciation means to renounce the fruits of the work, not the work. For such a worker, the fire of perfect knowledge burns out the results. With the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, if we do our activities, all our previous karmas also gets burnt up. The place of action, the body, the performer, the various senses, many different kinds of endeavor, and ultimately the super soul. These are the 5 factors of action. This Krishna is saying, ultimately it is the super soul. Now, next you get that verse, I think. Knowledge, the object of knowledge, and the knower, the 3 components of actions or the senses, the worker and the doer. One has to perform prescribed duties of his particular body in accordance with the religious principles in order to achieve liberation. As a person does not hesitate to cook or to take bath even in the adverse condition, one should follow the prescribed regulations of religious principles and rise up to the platform of knowledge. You saw the 5 factors. So sometimes this atheist, they speak that, what Lord is giving? It is me who is working hard. I'm working and I'm getting the results. It's a fact, no? It's true. Because he's working, he gets. Okay, today I'll not do anything. I'll sit down. Nothing I'll do. Will the Lord provide me? No. Why should he? It's a duty. It's a responsibility. If you don't do that, why the Lord should provide you? Then how to understand this? So whatever the endeavor we have, whatever we are doing, finally it is the Lord's mercy, by his permission, that action completes. Or else it cannot. Hope you're understanding. And even you have the opportunities to do and you don't do, definitely you're not going to get the results. Krishna is not coming and giving on of your behalf. He is not doing that service or the work. It is you who have to do. And the results come from Krishna. One should follow the prescribed regulations and religious principles and rise up to the platform of knowledge. Then you should think, what kind of activity should I do? What is the result I'm going to get of this action? According to the three modes of material nature and the work associated with the four divisions of human society created by the Lord. The process of sacrifice by the knowledge of learned offerings, the living entity attains the heavenly goals. All is based on our actions. As I said, four varnas. Yes, we should realize, at least now, it is it has been taught by the spiritual master in the Gurukula. When the child has been sent to Gurukula, seeing his activities, seeing his qualities, finally it is Guru who recognizes which varna he belongs and he trains him in that varna. If he is a Brahmana, he trains him to be the best Brahmana. If he is a Kshatriya, he trains him to be the best Kshatriya. If he is a Shudra, he trains him to be the best Shudra. Based on his qualities and swabhavas, the Guru will train him. But nowadays, we don't have such kind of education. At least we ourselves can realize which is pleasing me, what kind of work, what kind of varna do I belong, which is good for me or which has been pleasing. Sometimes even the atmosphere and the world is just pushing to one direction. Sometimes it is difficult, but okay. Taking up devotional service, we can be protected. Whatever the actions we do, even against to our varnas, but still when we are in devotional service, Krishna will protect us. We don't get results for that. Clear? Then actions has three motivating factors. When the living entity's pious credit is exhausted, he descends to the earth through rain and takes the form of grain, and that grain is eaten by man and is transformed into semen, which then impregnates woman. Thus the living entity once again attains the human form. Clear? This is how, even if he goes to the heavenly planets, from there after his punya has been exhausted, he comes down in the form of rain. Then he takes the form of grain and a man eats and then is impregnated in a woman's womb. Then he takes the form of a child and once again he just continues his life. This is how it happens. And if that seed has been eaten by a dog, you get the dog form. It's been eaten by a cat, you get the dog or cow or horse, whatever it can be. Clear? The Krishna conscious person, however, avoids such work, takes directly to the God consciousness and prepares himself to return to his spiritual origin. So a devotee understands that I am not this material body. Dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Clear? Purusharthas. But this is, even that Purusharthas is karma kandya. It is material, from material. Dharma, first it is dharma. In middle it comes punya. Then you get artha. Dharma, artha, kama, desires, artha. Then moksha. A person after doing all this is completely frustrated, going up, coming down, going up, coming down. Then finally thinks of mukti, moksha, liberation. Clear? But a devotee understands ultimately devotional service is ultimate. So he never goes for dharma, artha, and kama, all these things. It's a long process. He directly takes to devotional service. Clear? Yes. Then the promotion to the higher planets is temporary. One returns to the earth when the previous results are finished, like a fiery wheel. One goes up and one comes down back. You can see here how this has been happening. The child, sorry, from here it starts, I think. Yes, fire, then offering, then he goes to the heavenly planets by doing this yajna and sacrifice, all this, he goes to the heavenly planets, and this has been done by his faith. And once from there, he comes back as cloud, and here, enjoyer on the moon, that is heavenly planets, he enjoys. And from there, he comes as clouds, then rain, then he comes to earth. From earth, he takes the form of a grain, and then he enters to man's body, then semen, then woman, then a child. Clear? This is what we read here. It is given in Chandrogya Upanishad. Yes, Vedic system is designed in such a way that we begin somewhere and climb towards perfection wherever you stand. But our Sanatana Dharma, Vedic literatures, that is simple to us. It is Bhagavad Gita. No need to break ahead. Which Vedas should I read? What I should read? Only Bhagavad Gita is sufficient. You take up Bhagavad Gita, our life becomes perfect wherever you stand. Wherever you are. You are a most fallen person, not a problem. No, coming from the Brahminical family, not a problem. Wherever you are, take up Krishna consciousness, take Bhagavad Gita. Our life becomes perfect. Sakama Karma Yoga, attached to the fruits of work and work itself, then Karma Kanda, then Karmis. This is how you elevate yourself. It is first Karmis, doing all the sinful activities and everything, something like that, only for sense gratification. Then he thinks about a regulated sense gratification in Karma Kanda, taking the scriptures. Then finally comes to Sakama Karma Yoga. What is that Sakama Karma Yoga? Where he comes and does the work, but he gives up the results. You can see this ladder. It starts from Karma Yoga, then Jnana Yoga, and then Bhakti Yoga. Who performs Karma Yoga is an attached to his fruits of action and works as is obliged, thus decreasing karma. Our activity has to be done. You cannot even escape from the activities, some responsibilities. That's why many times I say, when you come up to Krishna consciousness, you cannot say, I'll give up my wife, I'll give up my children, go somewhere to Himalaya, sit there. No, Krishna is never permitting that. He says, Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu mam anusmara yuddhecha. He said to Arjuna also, Arjuna, you are a Kshatriya, it's your responsibility to fight. So you have to fight. Clear? He did not say that, yes, you're a very good person, you can escape from here and go to Himalayas. That's what Arjuna was saying, I don't want to fight. But Krishna made him to fight because that was his responsibility. When Karma Yoga increased with knowledge and renunciation, it is called Jnana Yoga. First it is Karma Yoga. Karmanyevadhikaraste ma paleshu kadachana ma karma phala hetur burmate sangosva karmani. When you elevate with our knowledge, that becomes Jnana Yoga. Such a yogi knows that the goal is Krishna and he takes pleasure in mental speculation. Later part, when the Jnana Yoga increases with the meditation on the super soul and the mind is fixed on the Lord by different physical processes, it is called Ashtanga Yoga, Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. He goes in that way, he progresses. As I was saying, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, this is a long process. Then, when one surpasses the Ashtanga Yoga stage and comes to the point of Supreme Personality of God at Krishna, one achieves Bhakti Yoga, which is the ultimate stage. That is Samadhi. Bhakti Yoga is actually in division to the Lord. At this point, one understands his constitutional position as the Lord's eternal servant and engages in the direct service to the Lord. It's a long process, but by the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Srila Prabhupada, we are taking up directly to Krishna consciousness, directly to devotional service. No one is here qualified to do devotional service. But still, it's the mercy of the Acharyas. And Supreme Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given this mercy to us to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Actually, a person to chant also should be a qualified person. But for this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we don't need any previous qualifications. Anyone can chant. The most fallen soul can chant and get purified. And this mercy or this benefit is only in this Kali Yuga, no other yugas. I don't want to deviate the topic, but still there are many things to know also. In Treta Yuga, a person, an unqualified person, chants. Even the Lord Ramachandra cut his throat, because there is Yuga Dharma for everything. In this Kali Yuga, especially to this 10,000 years, which I said, we are exempted from all the rules and regulations. Each and every one can chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra and get liberated. Clear? Yes. So the verse which I said, Karmanyevadhikaraste ma paleshu kadachana ma karma phala hetur burmarte sangostva karmani. You have the right to perform your prescribed duty, but you are not entitled to the fruits of action. Never consider yourself the cause of the results of your activities and never be attached to not doing your duty. That is what Krishna is saying. The results come from the mercy of the Lord. Sometimes you say, I am doing it. Whose phone is this? Very easily, you'll say, hey, it's mine. Anybody asks you, whose phone is this? What you'll say, it's mine. Whose pen is this? It's mine. Whose house is this? It's mine. How it became yours? I have purchased for it. If you purchase, how can it becomes yours? Who has created this? There's so many items in this mobile or in a house. There's so much of mud, stone, cement, iron. Where are we getting all this? It's been created by the Lord. So ultimately it belongs to the Lord. Correct? Yes. So ours is only actions. We have a desire and we perform our prescribed duties, but the results is coming from the Lord. A person, intelligent person who takes the spiritual life, devotional life, where his heart is pure, is coming in a higher consciousness, he will be able to understand this. Who are lower the line, they cannot understand. That is why without chanting, we can never ever try to understand also. That's why from the day one, I'm saying, you chant. At least some purification will happen, then you'll be able to understand to a certain level. Clear? And Krishna says, Annad bhavanti bhutani parjanyad anna sambhavaha yajnad bhavati parjanyo yajna karma samudbhavaha. Everyone should do. See here, all living bodies subsist on food grains which are produced from rains. Right? Somebody will say, no, I am a non-vegetarian. Are Baba, you are a non-vegetarian, but the dependence on non-veg which you eat, that animal has been dependent on the grains, isn't it? Somehow or the other, you are dependent on the grains, and the grains come from rain. It is coming from the rain, and rains are produced by performance of yajna, sacrifice. Nowadays, we don't get certain rains, There are 13 varieties of rains. It is said as Mungaru Male, Bittana Male, Tunturu Male. In Kannada, there are so many things. What is that? Tunturu Male, sprinkling rain. Mungaru Male, the beginning of the rain. Bittana Male, seed, for a seed. In those days, it is not that they have a pump sets or well or bore wells, nothing they had. They'll go to a Brahmana, there'll be a Pandit for them. They go to that Pandit, and that Pandit will say, this is a good day for you, go and sow the seed. He will go, he will cultivate, keep the seed and come back. That's it, he will take rest. Rest all the Devatas will take care. The heavenly planets, they take care. Then that day there will be a rain of sprinkling rain on that. That is called as Bittanamale for the seeds. And then it becomes a little bit bigger. The plants sprout and come out. There are no huge rains. Then it becomes Tunturumale, sprinkling rain based on that plant. And that plant grows big and then finally takes the results. This is a reciprocation between the law, between the Devatas and the living entities. Krishna says in the 3rd chapter, you have to read for this. Otherwise, I cannot explain all the things. And Yajna is born of prescribed duties. When we do our prescribed duties, automatically Prakriti will be accordingly reacting to us. If our prescribed duties are wrong, what is the prescribed duties? Brahmana should do his Brahmanical duties. Shudra should do his Shudra duties. Doctors should be always like the representative of the Lord. Vaidyo Narayanaha. Vaidyas are equal to the Supreme Lord. Not such kind of cheaters and business mentality doctors. In those days, doctors will not charge anything. They do it as a service. And whatever you give, it is your wish. Even it can be a big operation. Till the least bother, they'll not charge even a single rupee. So many others who have benefited from them, they just give more of donations. And a very poverty person is got benefited. How much he can give, so much he will give. And even the justice, even the education. Guru is the representative of the Supreme Lord. Why? He gives the knowledge, but he is not selling that knowledge. Today's school, what is happening? First of all, it is not a knowledge. And even that has been sold in such a huge price. Just to make their kids read, they are even taking loans and their whole family, father, mother, going to work. And what is this happening? In which direction are we going? Actually, it should be free. Education should be free. It should be equal to all. So a person who is a guru is a representative of the Lord. He cannot charge. He cannot make that a business. So when we don't have Bhagavad Gita, this is the results that we get. Let it be for me or let it be for others. It is for the whole world. Clear? Okay. Fundamentally immortal. any impious actions performed, which is found in scriptures, are called vikarma, against the scriptures. And such actions lead to the hellish planets, lower species of life, the degradation of the soul. By doing such vikarmas, we go to the Atala, Vitala, Talatala, Rasatala, Mahatala, Patala, any of the lower planetary systems, and we suffer there. If we are more sinful, then beyond that, below that, there is 28 hellish planets where we go there and just get fried in the oil or been roasted in a tawa, many things there. Different hells have different kinds of punishments based on our karma. In those days, they used to read this Garda Puran. It shows how the living entity after death is been taken to the hellish planets. Just reading this, the living entity understands what is my duties. He does accordingly. Nowadays, the sin has become so simple, you can easily escape from the, what I can say, the law also, the state law. See, nature's law, you can never ever try to escape. But state law also we escape. So we think, oh, I can commit any mistake, not a problem. A rich person does so many, commits sinful activities and he easily gets escaped from it. Okay, vikarma, attached to one kind of work as all in all out of illusion, without regard to scriptural injunctions, without concern for future bondage, impelled by envy, causes violence or distress, materialistic, abstained, cheating, considers irreligion to be religion, and vice versa, under spell of illusion and darkness, always in wrong direction, arises from sleep, laziness, and illusion, poison in beginning, poison at end, cannot distinguish between religion and irreligion, does not know what should be done and should not be done. This is a position vikarma is done by the person who is in passion and ignorance. An ignorant person in the mode of ignorance, passion, he does commit such mistakes because he has not taken the higher knowledge. He is not in Sattva-guna. Sorry to say that. We all were in Tamaguna only. We were all in ignorance and passion. Only after coming to Bhagavad Gita, now we realize. Even now who are sitting here, your wake-up time might be something like 7:30, 8 o'clock like this. Now, just to attend this Bhagavad Gita, you are waking up at 6 o'clock or 5:30. Your lifestyle is changing. That means you're coming to the mode of goodness. And this has to be continued. Once again, we go back to our ignorant state. Yes, the result will be the same. You get the same results as ignorant person, what he has to get. If you are in a goodness mode, the same activities are not going to change, but the results are going to change for you based on our actions. Clear? Yes. And Krishna says here, Dukkam iti yeva yat karma kaya klesha bhayat tyajet sakrutva rajasam tyagam naiva tyaga palam labet. Anyone who gives up prescribed duties as troublesome or out of fear of bodily discomfort is said to have renounced in the mode of passion. Such action never leads to the elevation of renunciation. After hearing all this, oh, actions have so many results, let me not do the actions. Definitely, that is also a great sin. Our responsibilities should and must be performed. You cannot give up the actions also. Only solution is Krishna consciousness. Only solution is Bhagavad Gita. We cannot even give up the actions. You get results for that. Clear? Tasma chastram pramanam te karya karya vyavastito nyatva shastra vidanoktam karma kartum miharhasi. One should therefore understand what is duty and what is not duty by the regulations of the scriptures. Knowing such rules and regulations, one should act so that he may gradually be elevated. Very simple. Actions should and must be performed based on the scriptures. That scriptures is Bhagavad Gita to us. It's a manual to a human life. Read Bhagavad Gita, understand it. If you're not able to understand, surrender to a guru. He will teach you, he will guide you. Based on that, the action should be performed. And definitely we can escape from our results. That is birth, death, old age, and disease. But it is not like this action. It takes time. We are somewhere very much fallen. We have to rise to that level. It takes time. If we understand and come to this, definitely we'll be able to. Okay. Deham uchavas janto prapyo shujati karmana shatrur mitram udasinaha Karmaiva Guru Ishwaraha, because it is karma that causes the conditioned living entity to accept and then give up different high and low grade material bodies. This karma is his enemy, friend, and neutral witness, his spiritual master and controlling Lord. Karma is everything for us now. Any good results or bad results, that is all based on that karma. Now, only by intelligence, that is by Bhagavad Gita, we can understand what is karma and how it has to be performed. Therefore, without being attached to the fruits of activities, one should act as a matter of duty. For by working without attachment, one attains the supreme. This is akarma. Doing the activities for the Lord's pleasure makes that actions as akarma, and you have no results for that actions. You get liberated. The same knife is liberating you. The same knife is binding you. The same actions, whatever we do, based on our consciousness, our thinking, what consciousness are we doing it? Work that is performed to one's best ability for the satisfaction of Krishna is called akarma. I hope you understood. So now how we are doing it? Simple example, I'll say. Now you got up in the morning. What for? To attend this session. Clear? So you're karma free now. You don't have karma results for this now, because it is a karma. The same waking up, you woke up for going to the office, that's your karma, prescribed duties. You get punya for that. You woke up for something, some other activity, it is karma. You get results for it. Other than devotional service, you get results. It's punya or papa, something we're going to read. But when you're doing it for Krishna, that's why you have to chant every day, morning. You wake up to chant, that is it. There are no results for you. And when you chant a whole day, your consciousness is pure. Your all activities are based on as a karma. See, in the very beginning, it's difficult, but still, whenever you're thinking about it, you do that akarma for the pleasure of the Lord. Then you don't get results. That means you are getting purified, you are getting elevated. The day by day, you rise the perfection state. Here, akarma persons who perform such work are free from reactions as if performing no action. As if no action. Transcendentalist who engages in the auspicious activities, even though he may stop for some time, does not meet with the destruction in this world. For the next, he continues on the path and makes further progress to the supreme goal. That is what the Lord assures us. Once a person takes up to this Krishna consciousness, he has been protected in all directions by the Supreme Lord. You are protected. Once you take up this Krishna consciousness, in the meanwhile, something happens in our life, we try to give up this Krishna consciousness. Krishna will protect us. Krishna, some other person comes, a devotee comes, he says that, oh, you're already given up Krishna consciousness. Why can't you stand? You can chant, I will give you association. Something will happen. It has all been done by the Lord to help us. There is a story of Ajamil also, a great devotee. He just gave up he got attached to a prostitute, he gave up and he went. And finally, Lord sent Narada Muni to him. Narada Muni came and said, the child which is taking birth, you have to keep the name as Narayana. Then that person was very dear to this child. He started always calling Narayana, 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 come here, Narayana sit, Narayana stand, Narayana eat, in this way. And Lord was so pleased that my devotee is calling me. He was the son of a prostitute. But still, Narayana, Lord is thinking that he's calling me. And at the time of death, when the Yamakinkaras came, he was very fearsome. Then he finally saw this son and he said, Narayana. And then Vishnudutas came to protect him because he called Narayana at the time of death. There's a big conversation in the 6th chapter of 6th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. So even Yamadharma Raja says to Yamakinkaras, if they are devotees, please don't ever go near to them, because they have been protected by the Lord. Take care. So this is what Krishna is there for his devotees. If I am not a devotee, who's there to protect me? Yes. Now, one who sees inaction in action and action in action, he is intelligent among men, and he is the transcendental position, although engaged in all sorts of activities. Till then, we don't chant. Till then, we don't come to Krishna consciousness. We cannot even understand these words, One who sees inaction in action and action in inaction. What is that? Inaction means with resultless actions. When you're doing some activity, still you're not getting the results out of it. Some person is sleeping without doing any activities, but still is getting the results. It's a great difference in this. You cannot even think, you cannot even imagine also. Without Krishna consciousness, it is very difficult. Life is horrible. Okay. Karma overcoated with devotional service is called karma yoga. Similarly, empirical knowledge overcoated with devotional service is called jnana yoga. But pure bhakti yoga is independent of such karma and jnana, because it alone can not only endow one with liberation from conditional life, but also award one to the transcendental loving service of the Lord. Just see this picture. A normal person, ordinary person, is just taking care of his family as a, what I can say, is cultivating his land, having some cows and doing. He's doing his devotional service. Not that you have to give up everything, become a pujari, or go to some Himalayas and meditate. No. Ordinary persons, they get liberated. In, I don't know, from 3-4 generations back, my grandmother used to say one thing. Her grandfather or someone, on their death day, he was saying that, see, Pushpak Viman is coming to take me. He was literally saying that Pushpak Viman is coming to take me. And in few seconds, I am going to leave this body. He said that. In few seconds, he left the body and he went. Ordinary people get liberated. You don't need to be a big, great personality, something like that. Nothing. Just chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we get liberated. But all our prescribed duties has to be performed. We cannot escape from that. You have to do all the prescribed duties. Our consciousness should be pure. That's it. Clear? Now, acts of sacrifice, charity, and penances are not to be given up. They must be performed. Indeed, sacrifice, charity, and penance purify even the great souls. Krishna ultimately finally is saying, Jnana, it is yajna, dana, tapa, karma, na tyajyam, karyam evatat. No one should give up charity, sacrifice, and penance. Even the great souls. What? Even the great souls shouldn't give up this, because it purifies even the sadhus. Clear? So our work, this is the final message to you. Bhagavad Gita is not about living something, but it is about living our life. How should we lead our life? Yajnartat karmano nyatra lokoyam karma bandhanaha. Tadartam karma kaunteya mukta sangha samachara. Whatever the actions that we are doing, it should be performed as a sacrifice to Vishnu, sacrifice us to Krishna. It is for the Lord's pleasure. Or else what happens? Or else what happens? Here Krishna is saying, it's not me, it is Krishna who is saying this. The Supreme Lord, Akilanda Koti Brahmanda Nayaka, the Creator, he is saying this message to you. Yajna Shishta Santo Muchante Sarvakil Bishaihi Bunjate Te Tvagam Papa Ye Pachanti Atma Karanat. The devotees of the Lord are released from all kinds of sins because they eat food which is offered first for sacrifice. Others eat what? Devotees are not being binded in this material. They are released from all kinds of sins. But what about others? Others who prepare food for personal sense enjoyment verily eat only sin. That means from so many days, where we all were eating like. It is only sin. Daily 3 times we eat. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, that. There's so many things. Forget about abominable things. Even normal food, that is also a sin. Clear? Everything belongs to the Lord. Without offering, you take that without any gratitude. That is a great sin. I hope you all are understanding now. It is not me, it is Krishna who is saying this. So from today is the last session. The first session, I requested everyone to start chanting. The last session, I'm requesting everyone to offer food to the Lord. Till your last breath, 2 things you shouldn't forget. That is chanting and offering. Whatever we eat, It has to be offered to the Lord, and that food should be in Sattva Guna, mode of goodness. It cannot be passionate or it cannot be ignored. Ignored, I hope you already know this. Something like this non-veg, egg, that, this, which is abominable, untouchable, which has to be buried in graveyard, we are burying in our stomach. Never you can offer to the Lord. Very simple. And what is passion? Onion and garlic. Onion and garlic becomes rajasic. So that cannot be offered to the Lord. Apart from that, you can have a pure vessel, which is a clean vessel or a new vessel. You can prepare something to the Lord with some ghee and tulsi on it. You can offer to the Lord. This is how we can start our devotional life, spiritual life, and purify ourselves. Be freed from the sins. Even eating is a sin, so you should be free from that. Clear? So all this knowledge you get and all this purification happens just by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra and be happy. That is it. Basically get the knowledge for this. Krishna will protect you some or the other. I don't know how he will protect you, but definitely will protect you. Even you are sitting in some forest, he will protect you just by chanting. Yeah. Yes, let us chant once Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And this is said in Vishnu Sahasranam, Bruhat Vishnu Sahasranam. It is said, Shri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rama Manorame Sahasranama Tattulyam Rama Nama Varanane. What is this? I chant the holy name of Rama, 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 and thus enjoy this beautiful sound. This holy name of Lord Ramachandra is equal to 1,000 holy names of Lord Vishnu. There's another Upanishad where it says, one name of Krishna is equal to 3 names of Ram. And Hare Krishna Mahamantra we chant for Krishna, for Ram, and Hare is the internal potency of the Lord. How powerful is that? And this is Yuga Dharma, just to purify the most fallen conditioned souls of this creation, I can say. Because Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, we don't have such kind of sinful persons. It's only in Kali Yuga. We get very easily purified by chanting this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Actually, they have to do so many yajnas. They do dhyana for so many millions of years, like hundreds of years, thousands of years. We are very simple. This is only mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and this is only for this 10,000 years. After that, the real Kali Yuga starts. Clear? Yes, this is our Lakshmi Narasimhadev, Gandharvika Giridhari Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and ISKCON HP Hollywood. So any questions, you can raise the hand. Meanwhile, the announcements. Today it is Radhashtami. So I request everyone to take part in that festival, the celebration. So you can come to the temple and take, or else you can fast till 12, and later you can pray to the Lord and you can take the prasadam. Today I've said about offering also, something you try to offer to the Lord, but maintain cleanliness. If you are having a vessel which has been cooked, the rajasic and tamasic food, don't use that vessel. Take a new if you are financially okay, or else if you're not financially okay, you can take this gomutra, that is cow urine, clean that, purify, and from that you can cook and then offer to the Lord. But today you start in your fasting till 12, I think. Meanwhile, you can cook in that way, offer to the Lord, and start your devotional life from today. It's a pure devotion, and these 2 things are sufficient for your life. Nothing else. Rest all Krishna will take you. Okay. Yes. Thank you. Chandrasekhar Prabhu, do you have any other announcements, Prabhu?
Prabhuji, about from tomorrow onwards, tomorrow feedback session will be there, right, Prabhuji?
Yes. Tomorrow, yes. Tomorrow there is a feedback session. So you can share your realizations. How was the change in your life? So what do you expect? And it is a continuation. We are not going to end this. Anyhow, we have a chanting session. It continues in the same way. So 6 to 6:30, it will be 1 round of chanting and 1 verse of Bhagavad Gita. We recite and there is explanation. Everyday process it is. It is without our devotees association, nobody can stay together. They just gave up. A few days you don't get this interest. But being with devotees, definitely you can continue as a spiritualist, as a spiritual person. And you can do your duties, whatever your material duties you have, and you can be a great devotee. There's no doubt in it. Okay. And tomorrow there is a feedback session. So tomorrow you can share your realizations and feedbacks. Okay. Yes. It will be the same timings. It will be with Prabhupada's chanting. Then it will be one round of chanting, then one verse, and then it will be feedback session. Okay. Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, bro. That's it.
Yes. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you.
And Prabhuji, you want to announce about Shira's Janmashtami program if anyone interested to come?
I don't think devotees are here. Okay, fine. So we are celebrating Janmashtami tomorrow in Shira. Where is Shira? After Tumkur, you get Shira. Somewhere around 150 kilometers from here. So we have a celebration there. So I'm going there. So devotees who are willing can come. Who are free, you can join me also. If somebody wants to join me, you can call me also. Anyhow, I'm going in car. So tomorrow morning, early morning, I'll be leaving. If somebody is willing, you can come. I want in Kannada language. Definitely. In November, we'll have Kannada. That's November 6th. You can register for that. You can be in this group. All the information will be. Okay. There is Hindi classes also. There is Tamil also. And now thinking to start of Telugu also. If somebody is wanted to be in their own language, that is also been allowed. You can say to your representatives like Chandrasekhar Prabhu, Anil Prabhu, and Sindhu Mataji will be taking from tomorrow. Like you can just say them, they will do what they can do for you. The need will be done for you. Okay. So tomorrow, Janmashtami is there. You can come there also. If somebody is free, you can join me. Okay, but we'll be coming back on Monday, not on Sunday. We'll be coming back on Monday because it takes late night there. Then it will be difficult to come back. So Monday will be coming. Okay. And anything else, Prabhu?
No, Prabhuji. That's
Okay. Now we'll take some questions. And one more thing, I should say about another thing, like Guru Dakshina, we say, even in 18 days sessions also, I say that. After that, it's a complete knowledge, like, so something you have received, then it is Dadati Pratigrihnati, giving back also. So Guru Dakshina will be even in Gurukulas. After all education, will not be charged, it will be completely free. But it is, they have an opportunity to give as a Guru Dakshina, something to their wish. So in that way, you can give Guru Dakshina also, which will be utilized in the Lord's service. We have Abhishekam of Lakshmi Narasimhadev and this kind of Radhashtami, all this kind of services we'll be having. Your amount, the money, whichever you give, also will be utilized in that. Clear? So anyhow, there will be a small message, my number and for Guru Dakshina. If somebody is willing, you can just give. Okay, fine. So this is also a part of knowledge, not that we are asking or something like that. Nothing like that. If you don't give, it does not matter. But still, it's a part of knowledge to give to you. Okay, fine. Hare Krishna. Now let us take some questions. Yes, Santosh Prabhu had raised the hand. Can you say? Oh, sorry. I should give the option to unmute. I'll give the unmute option to everyone. Yes, Prabhuji.
Mike, Hare Krishna Prabhuji. So
Hare
again, I was unable to digest that today is the last day. So my question was, is there any way we can extend this 6 to 18 days? Because,
Yes, Prabhu. Many are suggesting the same.
any of the devotees having the same thing, same request. So is there any possibility that, okay, after 2 days ka break or your Tumkur ka activity, can you extend it?
Oh,
is it
no,
possible?
no, Prabhu, no. I am not so much free. Like I have back to back, so many appointments and so many things. I have a trip to Udupi and Melkote Srirangapatna, where His Holiness Rompatsa Maharaj is coming. So there is
But that is in October, huh?
October. But from past 1 week, I have my back pain also, sitting for almost 9-10 hours. So my body is also not supporting me. I have to take something. I think I should balance my life also. Definitely, Prabhu. Next sessions or in this chanting session is there, no? Somewhere I'll come, pitch in there and do this 18-day sessions also. I'll do that. Okay.
Thanks, Prabhu.
Somehow or other, you'll get this 18-day session. I'll assure you. Okay. Yes.
Thanks.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes. Okay. Any other questions? You can raise your hand or you can unmute and question, or else we'll end. No questions? Okay, thank you. But one thing I request everyone is two things: chanting, offering. Chanting, offering. These two things is sufficient for everyone to take us back to Godhead. Go back to Vaikuntha Loka, not a problem. Going to the Lord's abode, it's very simple. Just these two things you do. Anything might come, any obstacle in your life, but you don't stop these two things. And any guidance you need, you take my number and you can call me back. Definitely, I'm there all the time. Okay, but don't give up Krishna consciousness and don't spoil your life by in your own hands. Nobody is there to spoil you. It's only you will spoil yourself. Okay. Yes. Thank you. Okay. Thank all the devotees for joining in today's session. Let us chant once Hare Krishna Mahamantra and end for the day. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Rama.
Hare Hare. Thank you. We can say once Hare Krishna and give the session.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Sidhu Bandhu
Thank
Prabhu,
you,
Hare
sir.
Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
Ritu Mataji, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna,
Raj,
sir.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Ramesh Prabhu, Hare
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Jnanasham Mataji, Hare Krishna, Monica Mataji, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Ishan Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Shashi Bala Mataji, Hare Krishna. Sorry, forgot to say, this is not the last session you think and from tomorrow take rest. No, tomorrow also there are sessions. Please continue. Yes, yes. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Okay. Hare Krishna. Chandrasekhar Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you all for participating in this session. So tomorrow we'll have feedback session and we'll continue daily with the chanting session. So tomorrow onwards we'll share that chanting session link only. So there
I
will.
hope it will be the same link, Prabhu.
Yes, it is same link.
Same link. Yes. Okay.
Hare Krishna to all. Thank you all.
Hare